Hello and welcome to another episode of Going Topicless, the podcast that has been proven to keep you entertained during your self-isolation period. I am your co-host. No, I'm not the co-host. I'm the host with the most. Oh God, it's been so long. I'm losing it already. Gandhi, help me. You do the intro. I can't do this.
What intro? And how are we the podcast that fucking keeps people entertained? We haven't posted in like 2 months.
Oh, we
But we're
try.
back
We
again
try. We are
because
back. God,
we literally have nothing else to do.
that's just it. It's like, well, we finally got spare time because there's literally can't do anything else. Everyone's stuck inside. Oh well. How are things with you, my friend? It's been a while.
Well, America was a little late to the party on COVID-19. So but better late than never. Yesterday we surpassed number of cases worldwide, so we're still number one.
Ah,
Um,
yes, gotta be top of the charts.
right next to persons incarcerated per capita. But uh, the the virus is fucking insane, dude. You seriously cannot go like to the grocery store and like buy anything because there's just nothing. I mean, like people went absolute bonkers when like states started going on like stay at home, basically like lockdown
Hmm.
warnings, like fucking mandated quarantines for everyone. The state that I live in just went under one of those lockdown, like stay at home things this week. Um, so like the only time that you're supposed to be traveling is like if you have to go to work, but the only people working are like essential workers, so first responders, healthcare workers, like factory production workers who like have to work or else the infrastructure will just you know
Mm.
crumble under everything. But regardless, um, I've been out of work for 2 weeks now. The restaurant that I'm a chef at is closed currently. So I've been chilling, man. I've been playing a lot of fucking video games.
Always good.
um, the first week of quarantine, or I guess the first week of unemployment, because we weren't really on like full quarantine then, but we'll just refer to it as quarantine. The first week of quarantine, I logged about 60 hours into Diablo 3, which was quite a feat for me.
It's a lot of hours.
hmm Yep, I was running about 8 to 12 hours a day, depending on the day.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't proud of it. A new season had just started on that game, like
Mm.
a new leaderboard season. Like literally the first day, like or I guess the last day that I went to work, that Friday, um, like a new season started that night, and so I
Hmm.
literally played from like that night and then like until I think Thursday or maybe even the next Friday. Like that was the only game I played. So like in a week, I had about 60 hours played on my character. At one point, I was like top 280 on the leaderboards worldwide
It's
for my
pretty
character
good.
class. Yeah, I logged a lot of fucking hours.
Something
And
to
then
brag about.
last, oh, it gets worse. Last Saturday, I got one of the new Pokemon games for the Switch, and I've been playing that nonstop now this week, and I've already got about 50 hours in it.
Holy
So
shit.
yeah, yeah, I legit have not been doing anything but playing video games and like sleeping. And I haven't even really been sleeping because my sleep schedule is so fucked up because my wife works nights.
Hmm.
And so she'll leave for work at like 5:30 p, but like she'll get home at like 9 a.m. But I'll like stay up like all fucking night while she's at work and then like sleep with her like most of the day and I'll be waking up at like 1 in the afternoon. and then I'll just fucking be up all night again. My sleep
Oof.
schedule's so fucked. I've got like 2 weeks left until I'm hopefully going back to work, and I need to fucking get my sleep schedule back in order. So
Yeah, do not. I've been on the night shift before and at work, and it's not fun.
you know what? I think my body would um get used to it real fucking fast. I
Hmm.
practically do it already,
Yeah, I
even
found I
like
found
when I'm
like
working normal shift.
it just sucks for the social life because like whenever
Oh
you're
yeah,
all the time your friends are out hanging around, you're fucking fast asleep.
yeah.
And then I find like even on my weekends, I'm still awake all night and sleeping
Mhm.
all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I got another buddy that works the night shift, one of the factories in town, and he uh he works like 5 p.m. to like 6:30 a.m.
Hmm.
or something like that, 5:30 to 5:30 or something like that. Basically works 312s or whatever. Um, and he will seriously like sleep until 3 or 4 p.m. and then just like get up and go to work and then like go home and basically just like go straight to sleep and then
Hmm.
wake up and go to work. And then even on his days off, he's like sleeping until 3 and then he's up until 7 a.m.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's so weird to me that like that's normal for some people, but I don't know.
I guess when you
I
get
think I could
used
do
to
it.
it, it's not so bad.
Right, right. You know what I haven't fucking done? And I'm just way late to the party because I know you fucking have done it like 8 times now. Um, I still have not played Undertale.
Oh, you're missing out.
Am I? Did you actually enjoy it?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, I
Okay.
honestly didn't think I would because I'm not really much of an RPG type person, but
Mhm.
I quite enjoyed it. I thought it's a very cute game. It's very handsome,
Very handsome.
very well made. Lots of attention to detail. Anytime you think something wasn't done on purpose, it's almost a bug. Oh no, it's actually there on purpose. The developer Toby Fox, that's his name. He put a lot of love and care into his game, which you don't really see a lot anymore.
Right on, right on.
And then he's sort of like it's like a spin-off slash continuation slash not even slightly related to Undertale, but it's got some of the same characters. Is Deltarune that he started working on. It's sort of like the newer, improved version of Undertale.
Delta Rune.
Yeah,
Never heard of that one.
so I played that as well on stream. Quite enjoyed that. Chapter 1, Chapter 2 to be determined, to be announced.
Right on.
Yeah.
What about all your trains? I see you're fucking playing train sim still like a million times a day.
Yeah. It's just what works for my computer at the moment because I need to upgrade my computer so I can play Red Dead Redemption 2 at solid graphics and not have my computer scream in pain.
Yeah, I don't think that I'd be able to play that game with my rig. Red Dead's very graphically intensive, isn't it? I heard fucking
Yeah, it's very
horror
much.
stories from people like basically looking like a damn N64 game.
Yeah, it's also a huge, huge game too.
How big is it? How big's the file?
Let me just look that up because I do not have the number off the top of my head.
Because I have the new Call of Duty on my computer, and I swear every
99
update is like,
gigabytes.
oh, that's nothing. Call of Duty's way bigger. Not only is it bigger, with every fucking update comes like another 30 gigabytes. I'm pretty sure. So I have a 500 gig solid state drive on my rig.
Hmm.
Literally only Call of Duty is on it
Oof.
because it is just like the biggest, stupidest fucking game in the world. Let me look real quick. I'm curious now. Yeah, the only game I have on it, of the 465 gigs of it, I only have 171 gigs free on this drive. That is the only game that I
Wow.
have on my solid state drive. This solid state drive. I have other solid state drives in
That's
my.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh wait, JK. I have a couple other games on here. But
Okay.
regardless, it's like 300 gigs worth
Yeah,
on.
it's ridiculous how big games are getting these days. AAA
Yeah,
games specifically.
yeah. I had to, for one update, I had to actually like remove um files from that solid state drive to download an update, just an update for the game.
Hmm.
I one of the updates, one of the first patches that they rolled out, like a month or two after release, was like 70 some gigs. There's a whole nother game.
Yeah.
All they did was like add like 2 fucking maps. I'm serious.
When I install it, I end up having to like I've got a fucking 2 terabyte hard drive and a 4 terabyte external. And I
Hmm.
still had to uninstall games in order to get that fucking thing on my computer.
Oh, you have a lot of stuff on your
Yeah,
computer then.
my stream archives take up a stupid amount of space.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I guess I didn't think about that. Are you one of those people that like keeps games on your like hard drives even if like you're not playing them?
Um, I used to be like that. I'm starting to try and uninstall games that I don't play anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. I my problem is whenever I go to uninstall a game that I'm like, man, I haven't played this game in 9 months. I'm always like, well, maybe I want to play it, and then I won't want to wait, an hour for it to download.
Right? I fucking do that. I'll go through my
All the
my
time, man.
Steam games list. I'll be like, I don't play that, but I might. I don't play that,
Hmm.
but I might. I haven't touched that in a year, but I might want to.
Hmm.
It's- I
Like I still have Skyrim downloaded on my computer.
mhm.
I couldn't tell you the last time I played Skyrim. In fact, I'm going to tell you the last time I played Skyrim because I'm sure it was more than a year ago. Yet all like 60 gigs of the game are fucking downloaded on my rig. Now I'm really curious. Fucking games like I have The Witcher 3 downloaded on my computer. I have played this game for a total of 75 minutes, and the last time I played it was June 16th of 2019.
Wow.
I haven't
So
even played it for 2 whole freaking hours.
almost a year ago since you played
Almost a
that.
year ago since I played The Witcher. Now I have to find Skyrim because I'm pretty sure Skyrim's just as big of a file here.
Skyrim's still relevant?
I mean, people are. I mean, I'm sure when like the new generation of consoles comes out, Bethesda will probably be like Skyrim on the PlayStation 5.
Oh, probably. Where's Skyrim in
Um,
my smart fridge? Hello?
but the last time I played Skyrim was January 13th.
Of
Still on my computer because I'm just like, well, I might play it because I do love Skyrim.
yeah.
I've played through that game a dozen times, but I'm not gonna play it.
Another issue I have is like I have a shit ton of games that I've never played, and
Oh
I'll be
yeah,
like, I should install this because I want to play it sometime, and they'll install it and never touch it.
yep, 100%. I have games that I have bought recently, like within the last 6 months, that like I bought specifically like to play with like friends or my brother, and we haven't even played those fucking games. I have them. They're installed, ready to be played. I spent, between the two of them, like $50. I've never played them. Dead by Daylight, we picked it up on one of the last Steam
Oh
sales
yeah.
for like $8 or something like that. Um, and we were all like, "Oh, 4-person co-op game. It's super cheap." My brother was all he wanted to play it, whatever. We have not launched the fucking game. Have not launched it. So I don't know. I've watched like videos on DVD, but I don't know. It's just I've never played it. Kind of terrifies me, to be honest with you. I don't know if I want to play it, but I have it. I own it, dude.
What
I
is
wish
what
that it
is
just. What's that?
what is Dead by Daylight about?
You remember the game Evolve?
No clue.
I think it was an Xbox exclusive, like back in like 2014. It's kind of like 4v1, and like the one is like a big monster, and like basically it's to like kill the people.
Hmm.
I can link the store page in
Dead
chat.
by Daylight is an asymmetric survival horror developed by Behavior Interactive. Hmm. I'm not much of a horror game person, but
See,
I
I'm
might
not
play
either.
it for shits and giggles.
But yeah, I mean, it's supposed to just be like one of those like games where like if you have friends and it's like fun. So like I don't know if I have 4 friends to play with, but because
Well,
I
if I
think
got it,
honestly even
I'd be down to play with you.
okay.
Be another
Yeah,
game that we both have and never play.
I know we have several of those, and like I bought GTFO. It's a 4-person co-op game.
Hmm.
Basically, like fucking like kill aliens and shit, and like work through. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead, kind of.
All right on.
Bought that because my friends were like, "Oh, buy that game. Like we're gonna play it. It's fun." They've played it without me, like, because like it's only a 4-person game, and
Hmm.
so like whenever they've played it, they've had 4 people, and like I've always been late to the party to like get that 4th spot.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you have to play with multiplayer? Or is there a single player to it?
I think it's just one of those things where it's like, A, it's more fun if you play with friends, and
Ah,
B, it's way easier if you play in a party.
oh, I see. Oh, I see. I'll get the picture. Right on. Yeah, I'd be interested to try that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I linked that one in chat too. But it's I have Undertale installed. You know what? That's my goal. I've
Play
got
it
two
tonight.
weeks left of quarantine.
Play it
I'm not
tonight.
gonna play tonight. I'm not
Oh,
gonna play it tonight. I've already told my friends that I play Call of Duty with them
okay.
later. But I've got 2 weeks left on quarantine. Hopefully only 2 weeks. Hopefully only 2 fucking weeks. It's only like a 10-hour game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 5 to 10 hours depending on.
Your
Cause like you
completion rate.
can take your time through it or you can blitz through it either way. And then of
But it's
course
only like
longer if you go
about
for one of the other endings.
right. Yeah. I mean, everyone that I've ever talked to about it just fucking says that it's like the best game ever made. However, I also feel like a lot of these games on Steam that have like the similar art style are just like automatically like overwhelmingly positively received.
Hmm. I cannot confirm nor deny that because Undertale is kind of the only game of that style that I've ever played.
Yeah. Or
Because
I guess
generally
more
they don't really interest me, but this one just, again, just like you, I've heard so many good things about it, so I was like, fuck it, let's play it.
right. Well, and it's kind of like stood the test of time. I mean, it's
Yeah, I
2000.
mean, it
It's 2020. Game came
came
out
out,
almost 5 years ago.
yeah, almost five, and then people are still
People are still talking about it.
new
They're making
playing to it,
content about it. Yeah.
making artwork, stuff like that. Yeah.
So I mean, it's. I understand.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I gotta play it. I'm gonna play it. I'll play it this weekend.
Okay,
I need to like
we can talk about it next podcast, 2 months from now.
in 2 months. That'll give me plenty of time. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna. Aren't there like sticky note things on Windows? Yeah, let me get one of these sticky notes. I'm gonna
Hey
put a big ass
Siri, remind
sticky
me to
note
play
on my.
Undertale.
Pretty much. I don't have an iPhone though.
Ah, fuck.
I don't want to back up my notes. I just want to freaking. Just want to write notes. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna make me a nice little note. Play Undertale this weekend. Smiley face. Look at that. Right
Nice.
there, dead center. You can't see it, but No one can
I
see
can
it. This is
imagine it.
really bad audio content right now. We're linking things in chat. We're putting things on our desktops. Um, fucking quarantine though, man. I mean, I know you're
Hmm.
still working, but what
Thankfully,
the
but
hell
I
have you
don't
been
know for
doing?
how long. I just
True.
saw in the news here that CN's been kind of cutting costs and spending during the whole thing.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I mean,
My
one of my
part, the
buddies.
part that I work in, still going strong, but I got no clue how other parts are doing.
Right on. Right on.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, hopefully.
Of course, now I've got fucking nothing to do because I did have a class that I was going to, an acting class. Fuck it, this
Oh,
is something
really?
to talk about since I don't think I started it when we did the last episode.
I doubt. I don't think so. I would have remembered that.
Okay, well, yeah, my classes have been postponed due to this whole virus thing, so now I've got literally nothing to do except work and play video games. So
Right.
unfortunate, but yeah, it's when I was in my class, it was lots of fun. It's um it's a pretty small class. We started with just like six of us, and I think we're now down to four because a couple other people have dropped out. But it's we kind of go over the basics of what it takes to be an actor and sort of the things that you need to know, like character
Okay.
development, scene study, doing an audition,
Hmm.
stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of because I've started in high school doing the high school plays and shit, and I'm like, this
Yeah,
is
I
really
remember
fun.
that.
I have terrible social anxiety, but this is still really fun.
Hmm.
So when I got to Vancouver, I was like, fuck it, let's see where we can go with this. And now here I am taking a class.
Right on.
Yeah.
Very cool. Have you, or I mean, are any games on your radar? Like, is there anything that you're just like, I'm gonna play this while in quarantine for the next week?
Um, I want to play Animal Crossing, but I don't have a Switch.
Okay, I have never played an Animal Crossing game, but I really want to buy it. Have you like, what's the premise of an Animal Crossing game?
I have no idea.
Oh, you've never played
It's
them?
no. I've seen people stream it
Okay.
though, and it seems like it's
Yeah, no, it seems like a really cool game.
yeah. You know,
Cause
how
what
Facebook had that like
like
you build
Farm
your
Simulator.
island and you sort of farm it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think this is like a similar premise, but prettier and more in depth, and you're not
Yeah.
getting a million invites from your friends to play it every
I've
day.
I've heard that it's got like Stardew Valley vibes,
I can
but
see that.
like
I can see that.
better graphics.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's like it's the cutest game I've ever seen.
I've watched. I literally have never played an Animal Crossing game. I do not currently play this new one. I had no interest in this game pre-release, but I have watched countless hours of streams and videos on Animal Crossing this last week, and I'm like, wow, I wish I had an extra $60 right now to buy this game because I
Hmm.
think I would get through quarantine fairly easily if I had this game.
Hmm.
I mean, it looked so from what I've gathered, it is like you basically like get an island and you like start building a house and then you gotta like plant shit and like catch bugs and fish and all these things and like sell them
Hmm.
to like pay off your house loan and you gotta like keep expanding the island and yada yada, but you gotta keep like catching and harvesting and all this stuff to like keep paying off your debts and all that.
Something
That's
like
pretty
that.
much what I gathered. So it's basically it's a game of capitalism,
Yeah.
and it sounds like I would enjoy that.
Yeah, it's and like yeah, you explore other islands, find stuff to mine and stuff and bugs and things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think I would enjoy it. I wish that I could like
Yeah,
play a trial on like the Switch, but I can't. So
I wish it was on PC, but I honestly think I'd be down to buy a Switch just to play Animal Crossing. It's only like $300 for a Switch, so
yeah, I mean you could probably find a used one pretty cheap.
probably yeah.
Um just if you do get a Switch, I recommend getting the one that you can actually dock to a TV, not just the handheld one,
All right.
because the handheld thing is great, but at least on like the normal Switch, not the light version, like the Switch that you can dock to a TV,
Mm-hmm.
the battery life fucking sucks.
Ah,
I mean, you're talking like 3 hours, which like it's a good session,
it's a good
you
chunk of
know.
time, but like not.
But like you're not gonna dive into a game
No.
in 3 hours. Not a game like Animal Crossing where it's real grindy and all that kind of shit. But you're only looking at like 3 to 4 hours worth of gameplay, unless your like brightness setting is all the way fucking down and you're sitting in the dark so you can see it.
Hmm.
Um, and like I've been playing Pokemon like on the big TV, like in my living room, and that's just a fucking game changer.
Hmm.
Like I haven't played a Pokemon game like on the TV like that since like Pokemon Stadium on like the Nintendo 64. And I'm kind of showing my age now because you probably never even played that game.
Nope.
um, but the yeah, the full screen Pokemon experience is fucking dope. And don't get me wrong, but I do like the handheld aspect of the Switch because that's the whole reason I like Nintendo products in general is because I mean, I've owned like every version of the DS since the original fucking Chunky Boy back in like 2007 or 6 or whenever the fuck that was.
It's
And I
definitely
owned
nice
every
having like,
Game Boy version prior to that too.
yeah, it's nice having a an actual competent device that you can play games on when you're not at home.
Mhm. Yeah. No, and the Switch is getting a lot of love from developers. Like if I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a PC, then honestly the Switch would probably just be like my main console. Like
Honestly,
I probably
apart
wouldn't
from
play
the
like Call of Duty or something like that.
power issue that you just mentioned, I think I've heard nothing but good things about the Switch.
Oh, I mean, I think they're great. I love mine. I've had it for a year now. And I mean, I really only play like, you know, exclusives on it, like, first party Nintendo games,
Right.
Pokemon, Mario games, Zelda games, whatever, because I'm not gonna, I have a PC. I'm not gonna choose to play The Witcher 3 on the Switch at 30 frames per second at 900p when I could play at 120 FPS at 2K resolution on my computer, you know. But if I didn't have a computer, the Switch is very affordable, really.
Yep.
I mean, it's the cheapest of the consoles. I mean, probably not anymore, but that's just because PlayStations and Xboxes are about to die for the next generation.
Yeah.
So those prices are plummeting and trying to sell those or whatever.
I think I might get the new PS5 just for The Last of Us 2.
I never played the first one.
I think we've talked about it
Yeah,
before.
we have talked about this. And I don't have a place. Well, I do have a PlayStation still, but my dad has it.
Mm, interesting.
Yeah, or stepdad, I guess. But yeah, he's like had my PlayStation for a few months now because I didn't use it, and
Right.
he was like bored. He like hurt his foot, couldn't work for a while,
Ah, I see.
so he was like bored, stuck at home around Christmas time, and so he
Well, now
borrowed my
everyone's bored and
PlayStation.
stuck at home.
Yep, yep. He's probably thankful that he still has that.
Here's a fun
Um,
fact amid all this coronavirus things. Um, Canada, big ol' friendly country that welcomes everyone with open arms, closed its border for the first time since Confederation in
I saw that.
1867.
hmm
So,
Just because all of us stupid
yeah.
Americans weren't fucking staying home and we're still taking vacations. Yeah, it's
Also,
it's seriously because Americans were still fucking going on vacations while we were being told to
Yeah.
fucking stay in place. And this is literally why, like, it's going to take months and months and months for any of this to, like, get better, is because Americans are so fucking stupid and selfish that they're just like, wait, you're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm a free American. I'm gonna fucking go on a vacation and contract coronavirus and give it to 100 people because that's my fucking God-given right. I'm a fucking American and I can do whatever the fuck I want. They're fucking stupid. Like, just stay home. And it's like I was telling my wife a couple nights ago. You know what pisses me off the most about all these people bitching about having to, like, stay in place or just kind of stay home, lay low all week long, Monday through Friday. The average American is bitching about being out of the house, being at work, and come Saturday and Sunday, all they want to do is sit on their goddamn couch and watch Netflix. That's all they want to do. But now they're given that opportunity for weeks. And the day that the majority of Americans go back to work, they will be bitching and moaning about how they wish they weren't at work and how they wish they were back in quarantine because they're fucking stupid. This is like the closest thing to a fucking vacation I'm pretty sure I've ever gotten in my entire life. I've been loving it because it's not like I'm out of work because I'm unemployed. I'm out of work because the business that I work for is closed due to a worldwide health pandemic. I can have zero guilt there. I still have money to pay my bills. My wife is still working. This is great. I literally have played video games for like 10 hours a day for 2 weeks straight. Okay? I don't think I could be happier. I am not just surviving this pandemic, I am thriving. This indoors life is literally my fucking life.
It's your natural habitat.
Oh, I am just ecstatic when I wake up in the morning knowing that I don't have to leave the house and it's completely acceptable for me to not leave the house. I am just like I'm all about being in the house all the fucking time. Doesn't matter if it's nice outside, bad outside, fucking healthy outside, pandemic outside. I don't want to leave the fucking house. And now I have the best excuse in the world to do just that. It's awesome.
See,
I'm loving everything about it.
it's interesting because I look on Twitter and like for the past while, all I've seen are people bitching about how the government's not taking the necessary actions to make sure people are staying at home. So
But
it's an
what are they
interesting
going to start
interesting
doing?
divide. I don't
Prisoning
know.
people?
Surprisingly, some governments have been considering that. Even there actually have been a couple arrests in Canada for people not staying home when they were told to by their doctors or something.
Okay, that's different. I would argue that that is different. If you have been told by a medical professional that you need to self quarantine because of symptoms in which you're experiencing,
Right.
you're an asshole if you leave the house. And you not only should be imprisoned, you should be fucking slapped across the face.
I can agree with
Like,
that.
because like you're the problem in that regard. This is never going to get better if we just continue to live our lives like this is the fucking common cold. Not saying that it's like this thing that's just gonna fucking go and wipe out half the world's population and we're gonna have the strongest fucking economy due to it because we're gonna have to rebuild 100 million people or 100 or 3 billion people. Sorry, I was kind of just thinking in American terms, but I know I said world. But um well, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Fucking oh, I'm tired of seeing all these people. I found it. I found my thought. I found my
Mhm.
train. We're on the simulation still. Um, the fucking people that are like, oh well, the flu's worse. Oh, this is just another cold. Oh, okay. Well, we're also experiencing like Italy recorded like 800 deaths in a single day, like less than a
That's
week ago.
fucked.
Less than a week ago, 800 people died due to COVID-19
Yeah.
in one day. And then like the following day, another like 600 people died.
See, uh, I don't
I'm
think
pretty
that
sure my
the
state, so I live in Indiana in the
mhm.
US. I'm pretty sure we went from like we doubled our death toll in 24 hours last week or this past week.
Oof.
We went from 6 to 12, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what my wife told me. She's a nurse, but I don't always listen to her, so I might have heard her numbers wrong. But I think we're like I'm pretty sure we're like into double digits now for deaths.
Wow.
In like the matter of weeks. Like we just like started taking this shit serious like 2 weeks ago. And that's like, you know, 2 months too late because it takes like 2 fucking weeks for symptoms to even show up in people, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
And like the
So,
virus has been going around since early December. That's when it first
yeah,
cropped up in China.
yeah. I
And
thought it was
none of
November, but yeah.
no, I think it was first case was like December 1st or something.
Okay.
And I think people were
You're
still
probably right.
traveling abroad
Oh
daily
yeah.
a lot
Hmm.
until like mid-January, early February.
Yeah.
So that's 2 whole months that the virus had a chance to just spread unguarded,
Oh
right?
yeah. Mhm. Nobody cared.
And
Nobody
like
fucking cared.
here's my take on this. I don't think that the virus itself is a big deal. The big deal is the fact that we, as our countries go, are not capable of handling such a unprecedented pandemic.
No, we're not. I 100% agree. The
Because you
our
see like
our healthcare systems will be overran in the matter of days.
mhm,
I mean, my wife was just telling me before she left for work that the hospital that she works at, so they're given one mask at the start of their shift. She's not even specifically handling people that are like potential infections on her unit, but she's only given one protective mask that she's supposed to wear her entire shift. The only time she's supposed to take it off is when she's like eating lunch or like taking a drink of water. Other than that, like if she's just walking on the floor, if she's dealing with a patient, whatever, she's wearing that one mask that she's given. And then she was telling me that one of the like administrators has been like spitballing ideas to recycle these masks and then like sanitizing the masks and then reusing them.
hmm, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, no, that's fucking gross and has to be one of the most unsanitary things a hospital could do. All the while, you've got fucking Judy, Barb, and Carol fucking hoarding masks and making fucking Facebook posts as they're walking to the fucking Walmart with their goddamn latex gloves on and fucking masks and Lysol sprays and Purell bottles and all this other bullshit to go and hoard 600 more fucking rolls of toilet paper because their ass works like they ate Taco Bell 4 times a day for the last month.
People are dumb, dude. I'm
Dude,
I'm
it's
amazed how many people don't
ridiculous.
realize how fucking masks work. Masks are, as you said, they're for hospital workers specifically, and for people who are currently sick. If you're not sick, you're perfectly healthy. The mask is doing fuck all for you. So
Yeah.
why are you hoarding
Yeah,
800 boxes of
just
masks?
distance yourself from people. Like if you're
Yes.
not getting coughed on or breathed on or sneezed on or bled on, you're gonna be fine.
Hmm.
All the while, our healthcare workers in the United States are lacking very essential equipment and protective equipment, especially to even treat any individual or person that could be diagnosed or has already, you know, had not no diagnosis but symptoms,
Hmm.
extreme cough, fever, yada yada, whatever. But they can't fucking treat these people. Like all they're doing is putting themselves in risk every day because fucking people went bananas and you can't fucking buy any goddamn protective gear anymore.
Yeah. And like, there's also the issue with the amount of testing kits. They're lackluster in the amount of testing kits. So there could be way more cases than are actually being recorded. but no one's able to get tested because there's either not enough supplies available or just not enough capacity in the hospitals. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I said, the virus isn't the issue. It's our systems that are incapable of dealing with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Lots of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, apart
it's
from coronavirus, nothing else has really been happening.
well, that's the worst too. I mean, you turn on any podcast, any news source, anything. I mean, fuck, you turn on ESPN right now. It's the only thing that they're talking about because there is nothing else happening. Because we
No,
can't do anything. There's no
no.
sports.
All the
Like, there's
sports are
no fucking
canceled, movies are
all.
closed,
Yeah.
stores are closed.
The only thing that I've even the only like competition that I've followed in the last 2 weeks is the fucking Counter Strike Pro League, which had to be moved online because of COVID-19. So there's like technical issues all over the place because everybody's fucking playing in their own goddamn countries. It's just a mess. But that's like
Honestly,
the
this is a
only
great,
thing.
great time for esports to pop off.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everything's been moving online though.
hmm It's funny too, all the jobs that like 5 years ago we'd be like, is it possible for me to do this from home? Oh no, you have to come into the office and work 12 hours a
Hmm.
day. And then now this virus is around and like, hey, you should stay home and just keep working from there. Like, okay,
Yep.
now that it's a global pandemic, I can work from home. And the other interesting thing that I found is restaurants, transport companies, cabs, buses, even our trains. Now that this virus is going around, they've suddenly stepped up the whole sanitization and cleaning of everything, fully wiping down our locomotives, cleaning cabs, sanitizing counters and tables in restaurants and stuff. Like, where was that productivity before this global health pandemic? It's as if it doesn't matter to anyone until the government says that it's important. I think it's just a
I'm
little
sorry.
ridiculous.
You talking about? I'm sorry. What? Oh yeah, like all the excessive sanitation. Sorry, I
Yeah.
like zoned out real hard there for a second.
Am I that
Yeah.
boring to
No.
listen to?
No. 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 I completely agree. I 100% agree. All the people that are like freaking out, like, oh, we need to wash our hands, we need to buy all this soap and hand sanitizer, and we need to fucking wear
Yeah.
gloves to the grocery store.
Where the fuck was
Like,
that hustle
those are
on
just
any other
things that
day
like maybe we should actually do
on
in
a regular
society.
basis?
Like wearing gloves while we, are at the grocery store. Probably really not that wild of an idea.
No. Or like there are people who will wear driving gloves and when they go to fill up their gas tank, that gas
Yeah.
pump has had so many different hands on it throughout the day, so many
Yeah.
different germs. You don't know where those hands have been.
Oh, absolutely. Not a wild idea at all. But it takes a fucking
A,
global
yeah,
pandemic to occur
a
for
fucking
anyone to
health
even care
crisis.
about like fucking germs or not just like licking the goddamn bottom of a shoe, dude. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking people are fucking weird. I hate them all. This is just a reoccurring theme on this podcast, and it's so it's so frustrating. I hate what's happening right now in the world simply because people are so ignorant and selfish that like it will take months and months for us to get it under control here in America. Like I might if like this shit goes on, I might just start like loading up games in alphabetical order on my Steam library and like just finally fucking playing all of them because I have like 800.
You should
So
start Twitch streaming. You get all the time in the world now.
I know. I don't think my computer can really handle it.
Oh,
Like, I mean, it probably can. I've streamed in the past, but she's getting old, man. She's getting
yeah.
old.
I mean, my computer's like 3 years old, and I'm pretty much ready to replace it.
I Most of my parts are 5 years old.
Oof.
Actually, all of my parts are, if not older, technically. Yeah. The only part that I've even upgraded was or added as more hard drive space, and I've got a new graphics card, but the graphics card was used when I bought it. So I don't know. It's yeah. Maybe I'll stream a little next week. Try and beat you to Twitch affiliate.
I'm so
In
close. I
two
just need to
weeks.
get that average viewership up.
I normally retweet your tweets, man. I try to help.
Yeah, a few people do.
I'll swing by. I'll load up your stream
Gotta
whenever
get
you're
that hustle.
streaming. Try and get your.
I'll just
I'll load
make
it
I'll
on
just make
multiple
3 separate
devices.
Twitch accounts and have them all watch me when I'm
I was
live.
gonna say I'll load up multiple devices. How
Another
does that work? Like, how does your average viewership? Is it like average viewer like per hour?
um no idea. I know that it counts your average across multiple streams
Okay.
because I know like one stream will have an average of like 5 viewers, but my total average will still be like 1.7.
Oh, okay. Right on. So it just takes more streams with more people, and then
Yeah,
like let those numbers add up.
I think I'll get there eventually if I just remain consistent.
Oh yeah. I mean that's the big part.
Yeah, I got a
It's
webcam
kind of
too,
like
so
this.
now I can actually be visually entertaining instead of just sucking at a video game.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching you posted that video on YouTube of the riding the CN train on Train Sim,
Oh yeah,
and you're like, oh, I wonder how close this is gonna be to the shit that I work on, because I'm a fucking cool dude that works on trains.
of
But
course.
so yeah, I
All the
saw that.
ladies are like, "Damn, you work on a train? Can I get your number?"
Oh shit,
I'm kidding.
are
That
they?
doesn't actually happen.
Oh
I
no.
wish it did.
I was like, oh, sorry, dropped my bank statement here. Let me pick that. Fuck. I mean, so no love life for Mr. Devon, huh?
Nah, women cost too much money.
A fucking men, brother. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay away. Dumb. So
Just think,
fucking
all that money, all those gents out there are spending on their ladies. Imagine if you could spend that on yourself, my dude. All the things you could buy that you want.
shit. I mean, that'd be nice, but
Your wife doesn't listen to this podcast, does she?
no.
Or fiance, I guess. It's not your wife yet.
Yeah, we're not married just yet. Close.
Hopefully this
Close enough from.
virus thing wraps up before your wedding.
Yeah, we were talking about that a couple weeks ago actually. Because she's got a bunch of friends that like have had to cancel their spring weddings because of all this shit. Because like you can't have like mass crowds and you can't
Hmm.
travel and yada yada. So hopefully by October it's like not a problem.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be by then. We'll have like a
Hopefully,
decent enough control over it.
I'm
Because
kind of
like
hoping that like
China's finally lifted
traveling.
their lockdown.
Who's
What?
that?
4 months. China.
Oh yeah.
They lifted their lockdown some 4 months after the
Yeah.
first infection.
Yeah. China also went into the strictest fucking mandation of a quarantine possible and was actually sanitizing and spraying the fucking streets and everything around it.
Of
We aren't going to do that.
course
The
not.
United States will never do that.
Of course not.
Like, China was literally just like spraying everything with fucking bleach to like they're just random ass fucking sidewalks. I saw a video they were literally just like walking through like a subway tunnel. Like a whole line of people like in hazmat suits just like spraying shit with like what looked like fertilizer sprayers.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, now I gotta find this video to like show you so you can actually like understand. Let's see here.
China does not fuck around when it
Wuhan,
comes to viruses.
Wuhan sanitation. Let's see. Yeah, look at this.
I don't know if we'll ever get. I don't even think we'll ever get that far. Oh yeah, wow. They're going. They're going all out.
Yeah. And if you actually watch it, they're like
they
telling
got. They
people
got
to
a
like
little.
close their windows.
They
A
got a little
rover.
robot
Mm-hmm.
going around spraying shit. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. Great podcast content here, ladies and gentlemen.
No, terrible,
Uh,
terrible podcast content. But anybody that's curious, just YouTube Wuhan sanitation. It's the first video that pops up from CGTN. It it's insane, and that's literally why the United States and probably even Canada will take much, much, much longer to flatten that curve,
mhm.
opposed to how quickly China did it. We're not going to be fucking actually quarantined inside of our homes per government persecution.
We've gone. I don't know
The,
about the rest of Canada, but we've gone pretty far for the whole social distancing thing. The whole,
yeah.
keep 2 meters apart. No, no large social gatherings. Gatherings.
Mhm.
I think most, if not all, public parks in Vancouver are closed now.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, I mean,
people are still
all
allowed to
all
go
social
outside and
places are
do
pretty much
shit,
closed.
but
I mean,
you
hell,
just got to
fucking
keep your distance from
McDonald's is
everyone.
closed. I mean, minus like the drive-through. You can't like go to McDonald's. You gotta like go to the drive-through.
Hmm.
Not that I'm going
Yeah,
to
everything's
McDonald's. I don't have
fucking
any money,
takeout
but
only.
yeah, all restaurants are takeout only. Fucking bars are closed.
Yeah,
Liquor stores are still open, thankfully.
it's an essential service, my dude.
Dude, could you imagine if liquor stores closed and people couldn't buy booze?
Oh my God, the world would be in a state of uproar.
Dude, like actual alcoholics would start having withdrawals and shit, and like they could fucking die. I mean, that's like the last thing that the
Hmm.
government wants is like to have a bunch of fucking people start dying from like fucking their like bodies just shutting down because they're not drinking during quarantine.
Health officials say physical distancing restrictions in BC are successfully beginning to slow the number of new COVID-19 cases in the province, perhaps as much by half.
Okay, so what happens when we all go back?
Um, that's a good question.
Are we just supposed to live 6 feet apart for the rest of our lives?
Yep,
Concerts are just gonna be like small gatherings of 10 people,
all concerts will just be live streams.
live streamed concerts. I
Yeah, I don't
mean,
know what the fuck's gonna happen when we go
like I
back.
understand like that's great that we're starting to see a decrease in number of new cases. That's great, but like what happens in 2 weeks, 3 weeks when we start just like if we're carriers of the virus, even if we're not showing symptoms, and then we all go back to like talking to each other and hugging people and shaking hands and sitting next to people, walking side by side. I mean, does it keep up? Like, is it just gonna like disappear? I mean,
I think, well, my prediction is we're gonna have to keep being cautious about this until a not a cure, a fucking
vaccine.
yeah, a vaccine comes out.
Yeah.
Then everyone's gonna get their little vaccine thing apart from the anti-vaxxers, and then we'll be on our merry way.
I think what's hilarious, they've been hella quiet during this
Yeah.
whole thing. They have been hella quiet during this entire. I have not seen any anti-vaxxers on social media. Like just talking about their goddamn essential oils and fucking lavender at home. No, like, and I think that's been great.
They've all died to the flu.
But I don't know. They're probably too autists to fucking make a comment about it. Or no, wait,
Probably.
sorry. The ones that have the vaccines are the autists.
Mm.
My apologies. Forgot. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird year. It's only fucking March,
Yep.
so hopefully we can put out a few more episodes this year. But I mean,
Ideally
we're
more
coming up
than three.
a little over an hour, so we should probably wrap it up. I feel like any longer, everybody just turns it off anyways. No need to ramble on. Save our voices for next week.
Next week, you mean next year? I'm surprised. Have you seen some of the posts about how clean the water is in Italy now?
How clean the water is?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like Italy's water is usually pretty murky from all the shit that they put in there, but ever since the country's been in lockdown, it's gotten a lot cleaner.
Really?
Almost not quite crystal
Well,
clear, but it's getting
I
there.
did see
And
that
China as well, it's cleared up a
China's
lot. A lot
smog
of the
cleared a
smog
bit.
is cleared up. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, kind of weird how if you're not running a billion fucking factories from American companies, then like your air is breathable.
Yeah, funny how that works, isn't it?
I it always cracks me up, like when this is gonna sound really fucking shitty, but at the same time, you know, whatever. It always cracks me up when this is my last thought, and then we can wrap up, or you can counter me. The whenever like true red like conservative Americans are like, we need to bring our manufacturing jobs back to United States soil. All right, pause. Why? So we can't fucking breathe? Like,
True.
I mean, it's already a problem there. Like, it's not gonna get any better, you know? Like, why do we need to fuck up our air too? I'm just throwing that out there.
America's got to be number one. Number one with smog, number one with coronavirus cases.
We are number one with coronavirus. I think the last number I saw was like 81,000. Bro, we just had our first confirmed case like 2 weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago or some shit. I mean, it was like middle of February. So like 5 weeks ago. I'm retarded with
That's
math,
like not
sorry.
a little over a sixth of the worldwide cases. 'Cause I think worldwide there's like 500,000 cases.
Yeah, probably. We have like 81,000 now. We just passed China or Italy or whichever one is second. I think China.
Um, Italy looks to be pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Italy and Spain.
Oh, Spain. Didn't know they were getting hit by this.
Yeah,
Hmm. But I'm just saying, we don't really need to bring all these manufacturing jobs back to America. I also don't really want to spend 3 times the amount of money on a product
on a new
that I
car.
would. Well,
Yeah,
I'll never buy an actual new car, so
no.
can't relate. I'll always buy used cars. I'm a cheap ass. I think cars are stupid. Cars are so dumb. I don't go anywhere. I
I
don't
think
need a
as
real
long as the
fancy
car
car.
gets me from point A to point B without breaking
Hmm.
down, pretty
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
I've got a Mini Cooper that Sebastian's family sold to me. It is
Right
very
on.
nice. It's great for the city because I can just parallel park literally anywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Little
never been
tiny car.
never been easier. It's a nice little
That's what's
car.
up. Yeah. Awesome. When'd you get that?
September,
Oh,
I
a
think.
while ago.
Yeah, quite a while ago.
I don't remember.
It has
Just
treated
hearing
me
about
well
it.
thus far. I'm quite enjoying it. I
Right
found
on.
though I have like 800 new pet peeves with people on the road ever since I
Mm.
began driving.
Well, as long as you don't get any Dairy Queen, you'll be fine.
Oh, jeez. I was hoping the world forgot about that and moved on. And on that bombshell, this has been another episode of Going Topicless, brought to you by.
This will be the first one in 2020.
Is this the first one?
I don't think so. I thought we had a New Year's one.
I thought we had one in January.
Yeah, I think when we met with Joey, right?
Yes, I think. I think
So
so, yeah.
know.
I can't remember. It's been so long ago.
It's been several months.
Thank you for listening. If you did, be sure to follow our various socials. They will be linked down in the description. And be safe among this coronavirus thing. Wash your hands. Don't
Stay
touch
the
your
fuck
face.
inside.
Yes. Don't go out unless you have to. A lot of places will deliver groceries to your doorstep, so you don't even need to leave the house.
There's plenty of free games on the internet. Play them.
Yes,
Sorry, I'll stop yelling.
I can tell you're very passionate about this one.
There's so much porn on Pornhub. You don't need to leave.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it. I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it.
They have free premium right now. Just make an account. Pay
That's
pretty quick.
why, bro, dude, that's why the people are buying so much toilet paper. You gotta be able to clean up after you've had a good session. That's where all the toilet paper is going.
Oh
Anyway.
god, that's a lot of cum. Well,
Holy
thanks for
shit.
listening, guys.
Oh no. See you in a couple months.
Probably.